want to ensure that our country remains stable, peaceful, tranquil, and enjoyable for all of us. So the presidential campaigns are going on. Under the law, once nominations are concluded for presidential candidates, then the Electoral Commission shall establish or declare the polling day. So in light of that provision, the Commission wishes to inform the people of Uganda and the presidential candidates that presidential polling will take place on the 15th of January 2026. 15th of January 2026, that's when polling will take place. Okay? What that means, therefore, the law, in line with the law, because the law says that campaigns shall cease or stop, presidential campaigns, or campaigns for that matter generally, shall stop 48 hours. 48 hours? 48 hours prior to polling. 48 hours before polling day. Since we have said the 15th January as polling day, I think for all elections, it means the 48 hours will lapse on the 13th, or start to run from 13th of January, which therefore means that the campaigns for all elected positions we run up to 13th of January, not 12th. Because we could not tell the exact date, because we had not yet set the date for polling. And now that we have set the date for polling as 15th, the campaigns will therefore officially end on the 13th of January 2026. We want all the candidates to take note. This is not only applicable to presidential candidates, that also applies to all elective positions, local government and parliamentary. So presidential candidates are at liberty to make the necessary adjustments in line with the polling day. Adjustments in their campaign programs or schedules in line with the polling day. To all stakeholders, all those candidates and their supporters, and all entities and individuals who have a role to play in this election, in these elections, let us abide by the law. Let us maintain the peace and stability that we see playing out now. Let us avoid any situation or scenario that disrupts the normal day-to-day activities of other Ugandans. Let us avoid to use language that is sectarian, that is incendiary, that is insightful, that promotes hatred other than unity. Because remember, Uganda shall forever be with or without elections. We have unfortunately started receiving reports of September this year. The Commission has received several correspondences from the different returning officers reporting death of nominated candidates. Section 44 of the Parliamentary Elections Act says that where a candidate dies after nomination but before polling day, the Commission shall fix fresh nomination days. This Section 44 Parliamentary Elections Act is also applicable to the Local Governments Act via Section 189 of the Local Governments Act. Elections, that is directly elected member of Parliament, and this woman representative Parliament will take place on the same day. Since presidential and parliamentary elections take place on the same day, on the 15th of January. In line with the Article 61, Clause 2 of the Constitution, the Commission will appoint and publicize the various dates on which the delegates' conferences will be held for purposes of the election of representatives or special interest groups, that is older persons, persons with disabilities, workers, youth, and UPDF. We shall be pointing specific dates for these delegates conferences. In conclusion, the Commission calls on all participants, agents, supporters, and the general public to uphold the values of peace, dignity, and mutual respect throughout the nomination processes and upcoming campaign periods for peaceful elections in our country. Please, once again, parliamentary candidates, we don't want to see some of the episodes that played out during your party primaries. Let us remain civil. Let us remain law-abiding. And I believe we shall have a very successful nomination and campaigning process. Then, once again, the use of money to influence voters during campaigns or after nominations is prohibited under the law. No candidate, once you have been nominated, is allowed or permitted to use money to influence voters. That is an electoral or a criminal offense. This is not even dignified with the electoral offense. It's a criminal offense to bribe voters. We have said before, through you, the media, that fundraising in places of worship in our communities, so please, I want to appeal to all candidates, presidential, parliamentary, local government, do not use money to influence voters. Do not give out to halls, do not give out to sewing machines. All these things, they are prohibited under the law. However, you are at liberty to fundraise money to fund your campaign. That's permitted under the law. You are at liberty as a candidate to fund your agents. Those are going to do the work for you during campaign. Those ones you can give them money. But not for influencing voters. That's not permitted. If we can observe the law, if we can have our country at heart, then I'm sure we are going to have a very successful electoral process in all areas. I want to thank you for listening to me.
Uganda, Mulamuzi Simon Byabakama akulira akakiiko k'ebyokulonda abadde atangazaako ebitambula mu ggwanga ku presidential candidate abeesimbawo 226 ate tugenda okutandika olunaku lw'enkya. Sega Bagiraj ono kakiiko k'ebyokulonda industrial area ku Kampala. Press conference eya Mulamuzi Simon Byabakama akulira akakiiko k'ebyokulonda atangaza ko ebigenda mu maaso okulonda kuno olunaku okunaabeerawo nga 15 omwezi ogwa January 2026 ate ne campaign engeri gye zitambulamu ez'aba president ate n'okwewandiisa kw'abaka parliament abagenda okukiikirira constituency zaabwe okugenda nomination okwewandiisa okugenda okutandika olunaku lw'enkya. Sega Gerard kakiiko k'ebyokulonda.